at Tato's Mallets. That's because all the mallets that got broken during Sunday's polo games get dropped off here, and it's Tato's job to repair them all. Looking at here?
Okay, here what you see is these are the canes that arrive from Indonesia. They usually come around 60 inches in length, and from here my father Tato has to start pre-selecting them and cutting them down to about 55 inches and making sure that the weight and the flexibility is going to be the right thing for a polo mallet.
And not all these canes will make it through the process.
A lot of these canes end up being rejected, and it's just because of the nature of the material, which comes from the jungles in Indonesia. It's it's just the raw material. So here, as you can see, the canes have been cut a little shorter. They're 55 inches, and here they apply heat to the exterior of the cane and they hand strain them. Then they end up being cured in an oven to make sure that the moisture is out and to see if the canes bend a little bit, and then they need to be restrained. So it's an ongoing process of straining, putting them in the oven, and then seeing if they bend and redoing everything back and forth until they're perfectly straight.
Now, how hot does the oven get?
It's actually a very low temperature. The reason is because we want to make sure that the moisture of the canes ends up getting out of the canes slowly. We don't want to do everything really fast to make sure that they last, that they remain straight once the customer takes it from here. Then once the canes have been strained, then we have to make sure, and we have to make the handle. And in order to do that, we add a piece of wood, and then we have a special machine that gives it a shape, and then we wrap it with a tape to give it a reinforcement. And basically, once we do that, the cane is already pre-selected and done. And now once the canes have been strained and the handles have been fitted, here as you can see we have pre-made canes. They have all been weighted individually, and from here this is where we start selecting the canes for each customer based on their specifications. And we look at the weight, the flexibility, and then we start assembling it with the cigars. Once the canes have been selected, we have to go here and start selecting the heads for the mallets. And once we have that, we put them in these carts. And as you can see, we have the canes with the head, the proper head for each client. And then we have to drill them and then refit them to finalize the mallet.
So this is the final paint room?
This is the final stage, yes. This is where we paint and we varnish, the heads. The paint color really depends on the customer's specifications. It doesn't really mean if it's a team. It's just what they like. They can personalize the mallets. And as you can see, we have different type of colors and things. And once that's done, we put the initials, and the mallets are, once they dry, they're done. Once the mallets have been painted and everything is dry, we hang them here at the front where customers can come by and pick them up. And we also have, it's a mixture of new ones and repairs that are ready. And this one here you can keep for yourself.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I just need to learn how to play polo.
Exactly. We'll recommend somebody to take lessons with.
Thank you, Santi, for your time.